Next thing we want to talk about, domineering. You see, the one thing women want most is to feel good all over. They want a man they can fantasize about in the morning, they can fantasize about at noon, and they can fantasize about every night. No matter what time of day, a man who can push her buttons mentally and physically. A man who can make them come out and play with themselves and come just by the phone conversations on the telephone. A man who a woman can't wait to see. How many times have I told you about that guy? We have gone over it over and over and time again about that guy. And I am looking for my sheet that I wrote it down on, but I wrote a shitload of things down. I can't seem to find the bloody sheet. Oh well, fuck it. We'll hit that later. But anyway, you understand something. Domineering doesn't mean that you run around screaming to tell the bitch fucking shut the fuck up and sit down. It means that you set out to make the world work for you. And there are no such things as obstacles or doors. There are no speed bumps. Because guess what? You set out to make the world respond to you and you alone. And what women are looking for is what I call the fucking alpha male. Male all the fucking time. Very sexual. And you're going to start to become the one who can be saved. Remember what I told you about those romance books and novels where the woman meets the guy and he's an asshole, he's a jerk, they fight, they don't get along, and all of a sudden that something happens, they hook up, and she oops, excuse me, I stepped on something. They hook up, and all of a sudden he gives everything up for her. That's the fucking fantasy, guys. Shit, where's it at? That's the fucking fantasy, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's the goddamn fantasy. And that's why I'm trying to explain all this stuff to you. That's the fantasy. And the thing about the fantasy that I'm always trying to explain to you is that you're going to be the one that she's going to do all the work for. She is the one that's going to work hard for you and put up with all your shit until that magical moment comes when you realize that you can't live without this woman. That's the fantasy, guys. That's the fantasy. But a lot of you guys get a lot of different things, and I want to talk to you about that. For you pussies and betas out there, how many times has a woman agreed to go out with you and then keep putting that shit off or canceling on you at the last minute? Or they go out with you and insist on splitting the bill because they know if they buy it, they're going to feel like they have to do something with you. Or what about offering you excuses why they can't go out together for lunch? Or they make excuses why they don't want to be around you, why they don't want to be with you. They don't return your phone calls or your emails. When you're out in public, you know what? When they're talking to you, they're across from you. They're not even near you. She'll lie to you about what she's doing to avoid you asking her out. She'll give you hints that she's having dinner with a friend to remind you she doesn't belong to you. Or she might bring a friend when you go out with her. So you know what? She can show you that, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'll spend your money. She will avoid answering questions about her personal life. And she'll try to change the subject. She will always avoid looking in your eyes when you're talking. She'll avoid bringing you around her friends and her family. She'll talk to you about her old boyfriends, her baby daddies, her ex-husbands. She'll ask you for favors, like money or helping her move and everything. She knows you'll do it because she knows you're a dumbass and you like her. She'll tell you that she's not interested in you sexually. And if she does later down the line, she'll let you know. She'll bring you gifts, not to mislead you, but to ask you for favors later on. And when you go out, the kind of woman that really doesn't talk about her personal life. She'll always say to you, let's be friends. Or tells you, you know what, you're a nice guy. You know what, I don't see why you're a single guy. You see that? Regardless of how sweet and friendly, you will never, ever, ever, guys, be able to change these women's minds once you fall into the friend zone. But once you become that dominant male, that man, the inner champ, and I need to draw that motherfucker right here. I need to draw him for you. I need to put our buddy down for a second. Once you become this guy right here, let me see if I can draw the belt better. I have a hard time drawing these damn belts. Once you become that motherfucker right there, boy, that can beat her back out. Once you become this guy, and we're not done talking about the qualities, but once you become that guy, let me tell you what happens. She will call you. She'll tell you how handsome and good looking you look when you're dressed up, or how nice you smell. She'll call you back when you hang up on her. She'll stay awake watching you sleep. She will show you off in front of her friends. She will hold your hand in front of her friends. She will tell you how much she cares about you. She will talk a hole in your damn head. She will be the one when she first sees you and tells her friends that you're the one for her. Guess what? You can notice that shit just by looking at her eyes. It's that damn beautiful. She'll keep a date with you with no excuses. She will keep in contact with you. She won't get mad at you if you cancel a date. She will be more than willing to do anything with you. She will let you be a part of her conversations. She will look in your eyes when she's talking to you to show her interest. She will let you touch and hold her without moving away. And when you're having conversations with her, she'll be right next to you. She will always call to check and see what you're doing and where you're at. She'll always support you on your ideas. She will buy you gifts without asking anything in return. She will take you out to dinner. She will ask you to come over her house for dinner and ask you to stay the night. She'll ask you to go places with her. And if you like to drink beer or smoke cigarettes, whatever the fuck you like to do, she will go to the store and buy that for you just to give her a reason or excuse to be around you. But see, the rules of the alpha, unlike the beta, is that they don't give women free reign of their credit cards. They don't buy expensive dinners or nice clothes to win her approval. They know that they should receive her approval and love without having to buy it. They don't have to buy her attention. And this doesn't mean you shouldn't act like a gentleman. You still can take her to dinner. You still can go shopping with her. Take her wherever you want to. But it's if you want to do it. And things about alphas is, guess what? They never seek permission. Don't always ask for permission or seek approval. Don't always try to get her clearance every time you want to do something. If you want to go, if you want to get out of the house and spend time with your buddies, do it. If you want to change your style of clothes, do it. If you want to take it to the beach instead of the movies, do it. If you decide that you need a change of a job career, do it. You know what? It's okay if you're in a marriage situation of asking her opinion, but you have to be decisive and take a stand for what you feel is best for you. You should consider her options and then, you know what? Make the final fucking decision. That's what males do. And being decisive, let's look at it. When you're decisive, look at it. Make the decisions. Be comfortable with being in charge and in command.